Check 1, 2.
Go!
Serious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started.
Hello?
Hi, is this Glenn?
It is.
Hi, Glenn. It's Ryan, and I am calling back. It looks like you spoke with Alex on the phone about your interest in selling your house.
I did, and I am in the process. I thought 1 hour would do it. In the process, my mother is entering an assisted living facility right now. I think I just signed the very last piece of paper I need to sign. But will it screw up your day if you wait 30 more minutes and call me then?
Well, I do have another.
I'll be down for sure. Okay.
I do have another appointment, but I will try and squeeze you in. Okay?
No, well, don't do it. I'm getting up and walking away from this one because my conversation with you is very important. Because we have to do this. So I just stepped outside. I can't talk about it in front of my mother. That's why. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So, yeah, I did speak with Alex. I was pretty thorough, I think, in giving her the setup of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking forward to hearing back from you.
Great. I'm so glad. And I'm actually calling back to verify that the information we have is correct so that we can come to an agreement to purchase your property. And is this the best number to contact you on in case I get disconnected?
This is the only way to contact me, yeah.
The only way. That sounds great.
This
and
is
I also
the only
have
number I got.
All right, Glenn. And I also have your email address, which is at gmail.com. That is correct. Thank you so much. And you did call us because you have a house you are hoping to sell, yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. We are definitely looking for another house to buy right now, and this property is not currently listed with a real estate broker, correct?
Nope, not at all.
It's not listed. That's great. And we are speaking about 1009 and 1011 Street?
That is correct. And it's actually a duplex. It's under the same roof.
It's a duplex. Okay, so it is two properties on the same parcel, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, sounds good. And when asked about the amount we should assume we'll have to pay in total repair costs and upgrades, there's about $20,000 and that will need to invest.
I gave him a range of 15 to 20, but I think 20 would cover it as a top.
Cover it all. And that's no problem, Glenn. We do actually buy houses in any condition. We don't ask our sellers to do any work or repairs at all. And we really, when we buy your house, we will be the ones that will pay for all the repairs or updates, okay?
Okay.
All right. And
will I know what all of that is before a deal is agreed? I mean, that's not something that's going to be deducted later, is it?
I do take it into account, but the offer that I will be giving to you is the offer that sticks.
Right, and what that means is you're going to go ahead and calculate that potential need. I know it doesn't really matter because I'm the other guy on the other end of the phone. But I will tell you that I'm actually an architect, and that's how come I'm 95% sure that the 15 to 20 range is correct. It's not somebody just guessing and just for it. And I can tell you for sure.
Well, that's good actually, that you have some experience and you're giving me, your the best knowledge that you possibly can. That's going to help us out a lot. And actually,
28 years of construction management. So.
Yeah, that's good. And like I had mentioned, it's no problem at all. We will be purchasing the property and assuming all those responsibilities. Okay.
Okay.
And Glenn, what's causing you to want to sell this property?
I'm sorry, I lost you on that. Could you ask that again?
Yes, of course. What's causing you to want to sell this property?
My mother is 87 years old. She got this property. My dad bought it in 1973, and she is now going into an assisted living facility, and all I want her worrying about is what's for dinner.
Okie dokie. Uh-huh. All right. Well, I definitely understand that you would like to take this burden off of your mother, and that's very nice of you. And we would we are certainly going to help you with that. And what have you done so far to try and sell this property?
Nothing. Called you.
Nothing. Called us. Great. I'm so glad you spoke with us first. And do you have to sell this house in order to buy the next one or to meet future goals for your mother?
You know what? The money that is generated by it is definitely going to provide security for her to be in the space where she is right now. So.
Okay, so we do need to sell it to help with that.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is just going to make us the perfect buyer for you guys. Because we're not looking for a house to live in, we can actually buy your house and close on the date of your choice. And that's pretty great. With that being said, Glenn, when would you say is the soonest you would be able to sell your house and close escrow by?
Today.
Today, okay.
Yeah.
And closing within the next 20 to 30 days, that's not a problem for you?
Actually, that is awfully long. So when I was talking to Alex yesterday, she was going to go speak to someone about trying to do it within 6 days.
Within 6 days. Okay. Well,
in other words, as fast as possible.
As fast as possible. Okay. So you were looking to close sooner than 20 to 30 days?
If possible.
That's all right. And what is going to happen if it doesn't sell? Meaning, what are you going to do with the house, and how is that going to affect your plans to sell it?
I'm counting on you guys being able to do what you say you know how to do, and then I don't have to worry about it.
That you wouldn't have to worry about it.
But if push came to shove, then I would find someone else.
Someone else.
But it's a slower process, and I would much rather just do this as a turnkey thing.
Okie dokie. And I definitely understand. Have you considered simply renting or leasing this property, or is it renting?
It's been rented since 1973.
Since 1973. Okay. And both of the duplex, both of those properties are rented out currently. Is that correct?
Yep, that is right. But there's clauses in it that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And are the tenants on month-to-month or lease contracts?
They're both on a lease, and both of them are in complete default, and one of them is still paying under a lease that expired, I believe, back in March of 2014. The other one, I don't even know what those terms were, but they didn't put down a deposit, and they owe my mother $3,400. There's 7 months in back rent, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I could sue the guy. So it's like, we're done.
Wow. Okay. So they're currently not paying rent right now. Is that correct?
One side is completely paid up. 1009. 1011 is in good standing. 1009 is not.
Okie dokie.
But I met with them both, and neither one of them have a valid lease. Yeah.
Okay. So they're currently on month to month, and the one that is staying in 1009 is the one that's backed up.
Right.
Okay, and have you spoken with them at all about selling the property?
I told them that I was going to do what I needed to do, and that my mother no longer was going to be involved in anything. So
okay.
I'd say that's pretty much the writing on the wall, if you ask me.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's fine. That's great. We'd like to help your mother out. And it looks like you said you believe this property to be worth about $85,000 in today's market. Is that correct?
The Zillow on it is 86.
86. Okay.
And by the way, it's a zone. Even though it's a duplex, it's zone B2. It's a business. Walgreens could buy that property and tear down that old building and put up a pharmacy if they wanted to. It's a great location, and it's zoned that way. That's what I'm saying. The property's worth some money. That's why the value is as high as it is for a 1935 duplex. That's correct.
Okay. And is it residential? I know you said it was R2.
It's both. No, it's
Both.
B2. B like boy.
B2. Oh, B2.
You
Okay.
you can have residential on a B2, but you can't have business on an R2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually this piece of property. I'm telling you, it's the property itself is worth more than the house on it.
It's worth more than the house. Okay.
Ultimately.
And the 85,000, is that as is condition or after putting it in perfect condition? Okay, so as is.
Well, no. To get the full 85, it would have to be in perfect condition. So that's after the 20,000, which is why when Alex asked me what the target was, I said 55 to 65.
55 to 65.
That has the 20 built in.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Yep.
And I do also want to ask if you're aware of how expensive it is and all of the costs involved with selling a house like yours to a traditional buyer.
Right. Very well.
Okay, and that's going to be including the cost of real estate broker commission, the monthly mortgage payments while the property sells, several months of holding costs, and this is not even including all the buyer's lender requirements like repair costs, pest inspections, and roof certifications, and that list goes on. And in order to for a seller to sell their house, it could cost you, the seller, 10 to 20% of the sales price. So you'd be looking at anywhere, if the house was valued at 85, anywhere from 9 to 18,000, and that's just to go through a traditional buyer.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm well aware of all.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. And Glenn, is there a mortgage on this property?
No.
No mortgage. Okay.
No,
so this property paid in full, free and clear. Sounds good.
Yep.
I do want to tell you a little bit about what we do and the benefits we provide and how we can help you and your mother. We actually buy houses like this all the time, duplexes, fourplexes, you name it, and we pay all the costs, things like real estate commission, title insurance, and escrow fees, as well as the transfer tax, termite clearance, and roof certification, and that list goes on, so there are no costs to you. We do buy the properties in an as-is condition, so that's great that there are some repairs, and we're definitely going to assume the responsibility for all the needed repairs, whether we've seen them already or not. And one of the positive factors about selling us your house is that you or whoever is living in the home can stay there for as long as they need to, and we can still get you the money on the date of your choice.
All that point I know, and that's good. But I'm telling you, she's not going to live there. She's living here at the assisted living. I mean, we're just hit the button. And I know what you need to roll into it. I do understand why you're telling me what you're telling, and we are definitely on the same page. What would be great is for you to go ahead. Do you have enough data, or do you need more specific data, or can you crunch the numbers based on what you've got?
Yeah, I believe I can. I just want to give you the benefits just to let you know that, a little bit about what we can do as far as us paying cash for the house, giving you that peace of mind. Right, and, not only having the house sold, but sold to someone who can afford to buy it because we don't have to rely on a bank to qualify the property. And believe me, there's nothing more frustrating than seeing a deal break down in escrow, and this is definitely not going to happen to you guys. Isn't that really what you want?
Hang on one second. Yeah, Please take her to eat. That would be fantastic. Thank you, Wilma. I'm here with my mother. We are literally checking her in right now. So I'm about to get her in to have some lunch, and then it'll be a little easier for me to speak with you.
Okay, well, let me go.
Thank you, Wilma. Okay, I'm good now.
All righty. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the net amount that you would receive to put in your pocket. After all the repair costs, and after all the repair costs have been considered, after the seller's closing costs have been subtracted, and if there was a loan, we would be paying off the loan. As far as the walkaway money, you were looking to walk away with $55, no less than $45. Is that correct?
Well, I don't think it would be less than $45 just because of how the numbers add up, but I would want to know what what's your best offer.
What our best offer is.
I would think that 45 hits it. Yep, it should.
It should. Well, is that the least you will take?
You know that's a loaded question, so it's like the answer to that is it depends.
It depends.
How much are you talking about? Right.
Right. Well,
if you came back $6,000, then no. Okay.
Well, I do want to ask if you can see yourself doing better than $45,000.
In a short amount of time? No.
Sure. No?
In a longer term, I could get 55 or 58, I think. I might even be able to get 65 or 70 for it if it was the right person based on the B2. But there is a value. I would trade that money to you guys for you to get it when you turn this thing around in exchange for the benefit of me getting a quick cash out.
Quick cash out. Yeah, I definitely understand. So are you?
I understand very clearly that there is a value added by your company by having the financial liquidity to be able to just step in and say, you know what, you don't have to mess with a damn thing. Yes, it needs to work, blah, 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 blah. We're going to carve out this much of it, but here's what we're willing to give you, and then the rest of it is our red wagon. That's what I want. And good. I understand that there is a price for that, and I'm wanting to know what it is. You're asking me if I have a minimum, a bottom. I probably do, but what I really want to see is, since you guys are the ones that do this, and I'm giving you all correct data, accurate data, I really would see you crunch numbers and tell me where it comes back. I fully believe that it's going to be in that 45 to 55 range, but I'm not for it for you guys. So you tell me, and then we'll know.
Of course. And, because I do want to make this fair for the both of us, I want to know what you're comfortable and what is the lowest you will go before I make you an offer.
It would really not be good, but I could probably get all the way down to like 37.
37?
I'll do it right now. Yep.
Glenn, did you say 37?
37.5.
37.5. Okay.
Yep. It's halfway between 40 and 35.
Okay. Yep. Would you consider doing 35?
Well, I would rather not, but would I consider it? Sure.
Would you consider it? Okay. Well, what I'm asking is, if I can give you $35,000 for this property, are you committed to selling it to us today?
Yeah.
You are committed. Okay.
Yeah. But can you do it for 45? Is what I'm asking. Or 85. Are you already sitting at 35, and that's why you're asking me, or are you?
We're looking to we're looking to purchase the property, and I don't know if we could, but if we could, it'd be somewhere around 35.
You got it.
Yeah.
So to the pretty lady with the nice voice.
All right. So if I can get that.
I bet that was about the cheesiest one you've ever heard.
It was close, but it was a great try. I appreciate it.
I am doing nothing but just messing with you. Anyway, okay, cool. Yeah,
all right.
If you could do that, but you're talking about that's not with any hidden, but there's a closing fee, but there's this. You're talking about $35 hit the account, correct?
Net to you, to put in your pocket and walk away and help your mom out. Yep, that's right.
There you go. All right, darling.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that approved for you at $35,000, and you are ready to sell your house today, correct?
Yes, ma'am. And I went yesterday down to the Register of Deeds and purchased for $19 a registered copy of the deed. There is no lien against it. There is no deed of trust because there's no loan. So we should be able to make this happen very clean, cut, and done.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that. So we're going to go ahead and move forward, Glenn, with purchasing the property. I want to send you our purchase agreement so we can have a written offer presented for both of us. And the email where I can send that is at gmail.com. And do you happen to have a printer? Or somewhere you can print that out at?
Tell me why.
Because I will need you to read over it, view it, sign it, and send it on back for our records.
What I was going to ask is, can I review it and sign it as part of the PDF and then send it back to you as an email attachment with my signature on it? Will that work?
As long as you're able to sign it, whether it's electronically or physically, that's fine.
There you go.
Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to write that up for you, and I'll be sending it over here shortly. When do you think I could expect that back by?
What time is it now?
It looks like it's 9:21 here on the West Coast.
All right, cool. So no later than 3 hours?
3 hours. All right. So I'll go ahead and what I'll do for you is I'll put we close here at 5 in the office, so I'll go ahead and put 5 to have it returned, okay?
Yeah, and it'll be before then for sure.
Sounds good, Glenn. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Are you guys up north or are you down south?
We're a little bit further south.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a lot in Woodland Hills and Thousand Oaks and all that whole part. A lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're located in Bakersfield, California. We're about two hours north of Los Angeles.
I know exactly where Bakersfield. There's a really cool ice cream store there. I don't know if you've ever been to it. Anyway, okay. So the next thing that needs to happen is I'm just getting your email, and we are done at 35.
That's right. So on the purchase agreement, it will be stating that we are offering you a cash deal of $35,000 net to you. You're not paying for any of the costs. And let's see here. Yep, that's.
Wow, you really do have good manners to call back after that time. Okay.
I do try, but before it hangs up on me again, let me just let you know that we're sending it over, and I'll be in contact with you soon. Okay, Glenn?
That's it. Cool. Have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Get more info and stay in touch